Hey, what is going on, everybody? Welcome back. I am Daniel, and this is episode number 7 of our English learning podcast. Let me ask you something right at the start. Have you ever made a promise to yourself and then broken it 2 weeks later? Maybe you said, I am going to wake up early every day, and then your alarm went off and you thought, number. Or maybe you said, I am going to eat healthy. And then somebody brought cake to the office. Yeah, we have all been there. Well, today we are going to fix that. Today we are going to talk about goals, but not in a boring motivational poster kind of way. We are going to talk about how to set goals that actually work, and more importantly, how to talk about them in English. Because here is the thing. When you can clearly describe what you want, when you can explain your plans and your progress to other people, something shifts. Your goals stop being just wishes and they start becoming real. Okay, so what are we talking about today? Today we have a topic that is a little bit different from our usual episodes. Today we are not talking about a specific place or situation. Today we are talking about something deeper, something personal. We are talking about goals, setting goals and talking about them in English. Why is this topic important? Because goals are a part of life. We all have things we want to achieve. Maybe you want to learn English fluently. That is a goal. Maybe you want to get a new job, travel the world, save money, get healthier, or learn a new skill. These are all goals. And when you can talk about your goals in English, you can share your dreams with other people. You can have meaningful conversations. You can inspire others and be inspired by them. So let us begin. Part 1. What is a goal? Let us start with a simple question. What is a goal? A goal is something you want to achieve, something you want to accomplish in the future. It is a target, a destination, something you are working toward. Goals can be big or small. A big goal might be, I want to buy a house. A small goal might be, I want to read 1 book this month. Both are goals. Both are important, and both require effort. Here's a phrase I want you to learn. My goal is to... This is the most basic and most useful way to talk about a goal in English. My goal is to learn English. My goal is to run a marathon. My goal is to save $1,000. Repeat after me. My goal is to... Good. Now, there are different types of goals. Let me explain a few. Short-term goals are things you want to achieve soon, in the next few days, weeks, or months. For example, my short-term goal is to pass my English exam next month. Long-term goals are things you want to achieve in the future, in the next year, 5 years, or even 10 years. For example, my long-term goal is to become a doctor. Personal goals are about your personal life. Things like health, relationships, hobbies. For example, my personal goal is to exercise 3 times a week. Professional goals are about your career and work. For example, my professional goal is to get a promotion this year. See? There are many types of goals. And the beautiful thing is that you can have goals in every area of your life. You do not have to choose just one. Part 2. Why setting goals matters now. Let me tell you why setting goals is so important. And I am going to be honest with you here. For a long time, I did not set goals. I just lived day by day. I woke up, I did my work, I went to sleep, and I repeated. I was not unhappy, but I also was not really going anywhere. I was just existing. Then one day, a friend asked me a simple question. Where do you see yourself in 1 year? And I did not have an answer. I had no idea. That question changed something inside me. I realized that if I did not decide where I wanted to go, I would end up nowhere in particular. So I started setting goals, small ones at first. I wanted to read 2 books per month. I wanted to wake up earlier. I wanted to learn some basic cooking, and something amazing happened. When I had clear goals, I suddenly had direction. I had motivation. I had a reason to get out of bed with energy and purpose. Here's an important phrase. I set a goal. The verb we use is set. We set a goal, not I make a goal or I put a goal. We say, I set a goal. Repeat after me. I set a goal for myself. Another useful phrase is, I am working toward my goal. This means you are making progress. You are doing things every day to get closer to what you want. I am working toward my goal of speaking English fluently. Repeat after me. I am working toward my goal. Part 3. How to set good goals. Okay, so you want to set goals. But how do you set good goals? Because not all goals are created equal. Some goals are clear and effective. Other goals are vague and confusing. Let me give you an example. Imagine someone says, I want to be healthier. That is nice, but it is too vague. What does healthier mean exactly? How will you know when you have achieved it? What are you going to do? Now, imagine someone says, I want to walk for 30 minutes every day for the next 3 months. That is much better. It is clear. It is specific. You know exactly what to do and when to do it. There is a famous method for setting good goals. It is called SMART goals. SMART is an acronym. Each letter stands for something. S is for specific. Your goal should be clear and detailed, not vague. What exactly do you want to do? M is for measurable. You should be able to track your progress. How will you know if you are getting closer to your goal? A is for achievable. Your goal should be realistic. It should be something you can actually do with effort. Setting a goal that is impossible will only make you frustrated. R is for relevant. Your goal should matter to you. It should be connected to your life, your values, and your dreams. T is for time-bound. Your goal should have a deadline. When do you want to achieve it? Next week? Next month? By the end of the year? Let me give you an example of a SMART goal for learning English. Instead of saying, I want to improve my English, you could say, I want to learn 50 new English words every month for the next 6 months by listening to this podcast and writing new words in my notebook. Do you see the difference? The second goal is specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. It is a SMART goal. Here is a useful phrase. I aim to. This is another way to talk about a goal. It is slightly more formal, but very natural. I aim to finish this project by Friday. I aim to save $500 by December. Repeat after me. I aim to. Part 4. Talking about your goals. Now, let me teach you how to talk about your goals in English. This is very useful because people often ask about your goals in conversations, at work, in interviews, and in everyday life. Here are some common questions people might ask you about your goals. What are your goals? What are you working toward right now? Where do you see yourself in 5 years? What do you hope to achieve this year? Do you have any plans for the future? And here is how you can answer. If someone asks, what are your goals? You can say, well, I have a few goals right now. My main goal is to improve my English so I can communicate better at work. I also want to start exercising regularly because I want to feel healthier and have more energy. Notice how I said my main goal. This is a very useful phrase when you have several goals and you want to highlight the most important one. My main goal is to repeat after me. My main goal is to, if someone asks, where do you see yourself in 5 years? You can say, in 5 years, I hope to be working in an international company where I can use my English every day. I also want to have traveled to at least 5 new countries. Notice the phrase, I hope to be. This is how we talk about what we want in the future when we are not 100% certain. I hope to be living in London. I hope to be running my own business. Repeat after me. I hope to be. Another useful phrase is, I plan to. This is stronger than I hope to, because it shows you have made a decision. I plan to take an English course next semester. I plan to apply for a new job in January. Repeat after me. I plan to. Part 5, talking about progress. Setting a goal is the first step. But what happens after that? You work on it. You make progress. And it is important to be able to talk about your progress in English. Here are some phrases you can use. If things are going well, you can say, I am making good progress. This means you are getting closer to your goal. Things are moving forward. I am making good progress with my English. I am on track. This means you are where you should be. You are following your plan. I am on track to finish the project by Friday. I am almost there. This means you are very close to achieving your goal. Just a little bit more, and you will reach it. I am almost there. I just need to study for 2 more weeks. If things are going slowly, you can say, it is taking longer than I expected. This is honest and very common. Learning something new always takes time. My English is improving, but it is taking longer than I expected. I am making slow progress, but I am not giving up. This shows determination. Even when things are difficult, you keep going. If things are not going well, you can say, I am struggling with this goal. Struggling means you are having difficulty. I am struggling with my goal to wake up early. It is harder than I thought. I fell behind. This means you are not where you plan to be. I fell behind on my reading goal because I was very busy last month. And here is a very important phrase. I am not giving up. No matter how difficult your goal is, this phrase shows strength and determination. I am not giving up. Repeat after me. I am not giving up. Part 6. Common mistakes people make with goals. Let me share some common mistakes people make when setting goals. I have made all of these mistakes myself, so I am speaking from experience. Mistake number 1, setting too many goals at once. When you try to do everything at the same time, you end up doing nothing well. My advice is to focus on 2 or 3 goals at a time. Give them your full attention. Mistake number 2, not writing your goals down. There is something powerful about writing. When you write your goals on paper or in your phone, they become more real. They are not just thoughts floating in your head. They are concrete words that you can see and read every day. Mistake number 3, giving up too quickly. Real change takes time. If your goal is to speak English fluently, it will not happen in 1 week. It will take months, maybe even years, and that is okay. The important thing is to keep going, even on the days when you do not feel motivated. Mistake number 4, comparing yourself to others. This is a big one. Everyone is on their own journey. Maybe your friend learned English faster than you. Maybe your colleague got a promotion before you. That does not matter. Your journey is your journey. Focus on your own progress and celebrate your own wins. Here is a phrase: I am making progress at my own pace. This means you are improving at a speed that is comfortable for you. You are not rushing. You are not comparing. You are just moving forward steadily. Repeat after me. I am making progress at my own pace. Part 7. Sharing your goals with others. Here is something interesting I have learned. When you share your goals with other people, you are more likely to achieve them. Why? Because when you tell someone about your goal, you feel a sense of accountability. You do not want to say, I gave up, the next time they ask you about it. You want to say, I did it. So, how do you share your goals in a conversation? Let me give you some examples. If you're talking to a friend, you might say, hey, I have decided to start learning guitar. I want to be able to play at least 3 songs by the end of the year. If you are talking to a colleague, you might say, I have set a goal to improve my presentation skills. I am going to take an online course and practice every week. If you are talking to a family member, you might say, I have been thinking about my health and I have decided to start walking every morning. I want to walk at least 30 minutes before work. Notice the phrases, I have decided to, and I have been thinking about. These are very natural ways to introduce a goal in conversation. I have decided to shows that you made a firm choice. I have decided to learn English. I have decided to change jobs. Repeat after me. I have decided to. I have been thinking about is softer. It shows the goal is still developing in your mind. I have been thinking about moving to a new city. I have been thinking about starting a blog. Repeat after me. I have been thinking about. Part 8. When you achieve a goal. Let us talk about something wonderful. The moment you achieve a goal. That feeling is incredible. All the hard work, all the effort, all the difficult days, they were all worth it. When you achieve a goal, you can say, I did it. Simple, powerful, emotional, I did it. I finally reached my goal. The word finally shows that it took time and effort. I finally reached my goal of saving enough money for a vacation. I accomplished what I set out to do. This is a more formal way to say it. I accomplished what I set out to do. It was not easy, but I did it. And here is something important. When you achieve a goal, take a moment to celebrate. Do not immediately jump to the next goal. Enjoy the moment. Be proud of yourself. You deserve it. You can tell people, I am really proud of myself. This is not arrogant, this is healthy. When you work hard and achieve something, you should feel proud. I am really proud of myself for finishing this course. Repeat after me. I am really proud of myself. Part 9. Vocabulary Review. Before we finish, let me review the most important words and phrases from today's episode. Goal, something you want to achieve. My goal is to learn English fluently. Set a goal by actioning it to decide on something you want to achieve. I set a goal to read more books. Short-term goal, a goal for the near future. My short-term goal is to pass my exam. Long-term goal, a goal for the distant future. My long-term goal is to own my own business. Achieve, to successfully reach or complete a goal. I achieved my goal of running a marathon, work toward, to make effort in the direction of a goal. I am working toward a promotion. Make progress to move closer to your goal. I am making good progress with my Spanish. Give up to stop trying. I am not giving up on my dream. On track. following your plan, and making expected progress. I am on track to finish by December, to complete or achieve something through effort. She accomplished her goal of graduating with honors. These are phrases you will use again and again when talking about your goals and your future. And that is the end of episode 7. Thank you so much for being here with me today. Thank you for investing your time in learning English. That, by the way, is a goal in itself, and you are already working toward it just by listening to this episode. I want to leave you with one thought. You do not need to have perfect goals. You do not need a perfect plan. You just need to start. Take one small step today. Set one small goal. Write it down, and then tomorrow take another step. That is how real progress happens, one day at a time. Please write in the comments where you are listening from. And this time, I have an extra challenge for you. Write one goal you have right now. Just one. It can be big or small. Share it with our community. When you write your goal down and share it with others, it becomes more real. So go ahead, write it in the comments. If you enjoyed this episode, please subscribe, click the like button, and share this podcast with a friend who is also learning English. The more people we reach, the more people we can help. I will see you in the next episode. Until then, take care of yourself. Keep dreaming, keep working, and remember, every goal starts with a single step, and you have already taken yours. This is Daniel, and you have been listening to our English Learning Podcast. Goodbye for now.